Catherine is from a military family, so there's some irony involved in this. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. About growing up.
As we walk to the next place.
About growing up and living as a military dependent. The things you're taught of is honesty, integrity, hard work, and you're also taught to maintain yourself and your property with the highest standard. You can't be moved off of a base when your father or mother is transferred unless your house is inspected. And it has to be spotless. You can't have mold, you can't have dust, you can't have anything. Toothbrush and Q-tip type cleaning. So they'll come in and tell you whether you can leave or not. So it shocks me. Well, first of all, it hurts me that same military that my family has all the way back to the 1800s, early 1900s, has a history with them, and yet everything that they brainwashed me into thinking they were doing is completely false. They don't hold anyone to a standard. They hold civilians to a standard, obey me, believe me, trust me, and yet provide no reasons for us to do that.
They don't hold themselves to any standards. Is
Right.
that what you're saying?
They can do whatever they want, with whatever they want, because they are the government.
They're in charge. They're in command.
Right.
So it's essentially they can do anything because they have all the power. It's a power issue.
Right. I'd love any of them to argue with me about that. Give me an explanation if that is not true. I challenge them to come to me in front of someone in public, in front of television stations. Someone, go ahead, tell the entire world what your true intent is. Because right now I am so saddened that something I used to be so proud of being a part of, even slightly because I was a dependent, is the one who's letting me and my own children down. I told my son, if you wanted to join the military, do it. I wouldn't want you to harm someone else, but if you want to learn structure and you want to learn how to keep yourself together, okay, I'll support you in it. Because I knew that it wasn't always the people in it who would harm others. Because they were my parents. They were my family. The Navy was my family. Mm-hmm. And that same family has turned their back on us.
That same overarching,
right.
larger force.
Right. I was a sheeple.
Okay.
I can't help that.
And Catherine told me that in the last couple of years, it's been a quick learning process. She's pretty much reversed her position on this. Questions come to mind like, why are we spending all this money attacking other countries instead of putting it into a plan, remediation of a place like this, or the kind of study that means people will never be put at risk to move into a place like this?
They're over budget by billions and billions of dollars.
Oh, they have a huge amount of money.
For a plane. To upgrade their air defense.
Right.
Billions. And you have people sitting here that you say that you cannot help. You can't afford to make those lines clearer. If those lines are based on how much money and time you have to complete that project, you have the money.
The example about lines, I think, applies just to make it more immediate to something like the burn pit. We're not sure exactly where the perimeter of the burn pit is. It's
right.
That kind of line that you're talking about.
Right.
Let's define those lines. Let's tighten that up. Let's get that clear.
Right.
Spend the money to do it.
Exactly. Or if you say Site 12, it may or may not be limited to that. And that's why I say when I walk into Site 12, I'm just home. Everywhere I go is Site 12. With the exception, perhaps, of Building 1 and the entrance to the island, where the people went, where the admirals went to go sit in their offices.
I'm not sure what you mean now.
In the front of the island, when you first come on, building 1, where the administration, the redevelopment corporation sits, are the same building that the admirals sat in, while all the other people live back here.
Okay.
So it's similar. It's little people in the back, big people in the front, and that's about the only place that testing, research, and disposal did not happen. So of course they're sitting in their 8-hour day, comfortable and content and confident.
In a safe place.
Right. So why are we back here? We have a sea lion.
I think we have sea lions over here. And can you see the sea lions from here, or can we
Sometimes,
just
yeah.
can you see one now?
Okay. Well, this is the bunker.
Okay, let's stay on target here.
Yeah.
All right.